Mookie Betts has been traded. In what seems like one of the offseason's most inevitable moves, the Red Sox, one of the wealthiest teams in sports history, have packaged Mookie Betts and David Price to the Los Angeles Dodgers for a package that includes Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, and Connor Wong. I could record an entire video talking about the trade itself, the botched negotiations, and all the hoopla around the Mookie Betts trade, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to make this video for Mookie. I'm going to make it about what he did for this team, for this city, and for us as fans, and pay homage the best way I know how, by showing off some cards. The Boston Red Sox have developed a handful of transcendent young players over the past decade. Nomar Garciaparra, Jonathan Papelbon, John Lester, Dustin Pedroia, and Xander Bogaerts, to name a few. But none have achieved the acclaim and hardware that Mookie has. Drafted in the 5th round of the 2011 amateur draft, Betts was so far off the radar, the only Mookie Boston knew was the one that stole the 1986 World Series. But Mookie wouldn't let this last for long. His rise was meteoric, consistently batting above 300 and hovering around a 900 OPS through every minor league level. The major league team just couldn't ignore his talent. At the time of his call-up in 2014, he was sandwiched between Garen Cecchini and Blake Swihart in the Red Sox prospect rankings. This is a kid that never got the hype of Baseball America, was never a top 100 prospect, and was an underdog in every sense of the word. Hell, the Red Sox asked Mookie, a second baseman by trade, if he could play outfield because of the infield logjam between Stephen Drew, Brock Holt, and Xander Bogaerts. Stephen fucking Drew. Just like his success at the minor league levels, he transitioned to the majors without issue. The excitement around his major league debut was interesting. Here was a kid who had been lighting it up, but just like the scouts, I remember sports talk radio hosts around the city projecting his fall. It felt like he would have to come back down to earth eventually, right? Bogaerts was even struggling at this time. How could Mookie keep his minor league torrid pace up? He wasn't even our top prospect. But keep it up he did, and he went on to string together one of the most impressive 6-year performances of any Red Sox player ever. 4 All-Star selections, 4 Gold Gloves, 1 MVP, 1 World Series win. In his 2018 MVP season, he recorded the highest single-season WAR of any modern player not named Barry Bonds or Cal Ripken Jr. He is an all-time Red Sox great, regardless of wherever he plays the rest of his career. So, with this homage to Mookie Betts as an introduction, I'd like to share with you all my latest pickup. This is the 2014 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto in a BGS 9.510. I've been saving and waiting for the right time to come along for this card. When I was sending an offer out on this card in particular, the rumor mill had gotten going, and it all but had Mookie going to the Padres. I was able to convince the seller to lock a price in and avoid the uncertainty of Mookie headed over to a market like San Diego, which is far less lucrative than Boston or LA. But I could not be happier with this copy. The autograph itself is very well centered. Every time I look at it, I'm amazed at how crisp the auto looks. He has number 16 in here, which was his minor league number at the time. BGS says this card has 9 centering, but I don't really see it. This card presents very, very nicely. If anything, it might be a little off-center left to right, but I think it should really be a true gem plus with edges and surface both getting a pristine 10. This card is everything I could have asked for. When we look at the pop report, there have been just over 1,000 graded by BGS, with 801 being a 9.5 or higher. I'm interested to see what his on-field performance is going to look like in LA. He goes from one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in Boston to one of the worst at Dodger Stadium, but he'll be in a lineup protected by 2019 MVP winner Cody Bellinger and a stacked team, and will have the opportunity to be a real leader for the team heading into his free agency year. As for the upside of the card, who cares? This one is going to be staying in my collection for a very long time, next to my Devers and Benintendi first Bowman autos. Mookie, I salute you. Thank you for a great 6 years, and best of luck. We'll be rooting for you.